Now let's work with this law. Let's work with this law. And again, when you know that your thoughts are always becoming things, you can work with your thoughts. If I want to be a healthy person, I work with what thought? Good health. Total well-being. And I just work with that in my mind. I plant that thought in my mind. And be not deceived, God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. I am conscious of the Lord. I am conscious of the law of mind, that my thoughts inevitably become things according to their nature. And I won't think any wrong thoughts about anybody else, because those are my thoughts and they're going to become things in my life. This is exact law, and I can work with it to get exactly what I want. Back to the lesson sheet for a moment. Reverend Ike says that man is rewarded or punished according to his observance of the law of mind. From the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter and the 24th verse, is this very telling statement again of the law of mind. Repeat it after me as I shall read. Surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass.
So shall it come to pass.
As I have proposed, so shall it stand.
So shall it stand.
I want to read that again, and I want to read it with you more slowly. Surely, as I have thought, so shall it come to pass.
So shall it come to pass.
As I have proposed, so shall it stand.
So shall it stand.
See how powerful you are? The theologians would tell us that, well, this is God talking. Yes, it is God talking, but God talks in you. God thinks in you. God is thought, and the Lord is the law by which thought operates. Here's another very beautiful quotation from the pen of Emerson. Repeat it after me as I shall read it for you. The mind is its own place.
The mind is its own place.
And of itself
And of itself
can make a heaven of hell
can make a heaven of hell
or a hell of heaven.
or a hell of heaven.
Remember that. The mind is its own place. This is why many times you can find any number of people in the same spot, and some are happy and some are unhappy. Because you know what the real truth is? There's only one place where we live anyway. We live in our minds.
Yes, sir.
Say with me, I live in my mind.
I live in my mind.
That's where we live. We live in our minds. We move in our minds. We breathe in our minds. We have our being in our mind. In Him we live and move and have our being. And I like to tell you this because I see eyes stretch as I say this every time. You see, the truth is you're not even in this room. This room is in you. And the place for you to work is in your mind. To keep it spiritually positive. To keep it spiritually and mentally on course. For the mind is its own place. You take this beautiful building that we're in now. It's very interesting to show you how the mind creates. When we first bought this building, I went downstairs and I saw a newspaper article from long, long ago, before this building even stood on this spot. And it showed this corner. This corner was a muddy lot. But some mind conceived this beautiful building and gave birth to it on this corner. Ladies and gentlemen, everything in the material world is a conception of mind, first of all. Everything is in the mind and of the mind. So get busy conceiving the good that you desire, and what you conceive, you will receive. Now, from Isaiah, the 42nd chapter, and the 8th verse, the statement, I am the Lord. That is my name. This means that it is the nature of I am, awareness of being, to become whatever it is aware of being. I am the Lord. Awareness of being is Lord, Lord of Lords. That is my name. That is my nature. The theologians tickle me arguing about name and names. During the Dark Ages, the theologians argued about how many angels could dance on the head of a pin. Today, some are still silly enough to argue about how many persons in the Godhead. Churches have split over whether people ought to be baptized in running water or still water, or whether people should wear eyelets on their shoes or not, or buttons, or buckles. If you get too religious, you get too narrow very fast.
All right. So true.
That's why I'm not interested in being religious. I want to be what I really am, spiritual. There's a big difference. I tell you something, I don't trust folks that's got too much religion. Don't get religious on me. I back off. I know about those religious people. Now, those are the people that keep the world tumbled up. So you got to watch religion. I'm not after religion, I'm after the Spirit. I am the Lord, that is my name. It is the nature of consciousness to express. If you have the consciousness of wealth, the nature of that consciousness will be expressed materially. If you have the consciousness of good health, that consciousness will be expressed materially. Again, a statement from Malachi, the 3rd chapter and the 6th verse, I am the Lord, I change not. The nature of thought never changes. The nature of consciousness never changes. As a man thinks, so is he. That never changes. The Master Jesus also bespoke this law, or this Lord, when he said it in this way, according to your faith, so be it unto you. I am, awareness of being, is the changeless law by which all things may be changed. This is very interesting, and here's a quotation from Rev Ike. The changeless one changes all things. I'd like to change one word. The changeless law changes all things. Say that. The changeless law changes all things. The law of thought itself does not change. But by the law of thought, we may what? Change things. You see, things may be changed, but the law does not change. That's why it's no need for you to pray asking God to change. The Lord is not going to change. But you may change what? Your thought. You may change your thought about yourself. For the law of changing things is set forth in Romans, the 12th chapter and the 2nd verse. Be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. You want a new experience? Get a new thought. Get a new belief. Get a new conviction. Get a new mind. Get a new idea.
I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. The angels in the heaven are